Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video I have the long awaited Jaxjox Dumbbell Connect review for you. So if you are a first time viewer for this video, if you've come to find a review on Jaxjox, then I have a unboxing and initial setup of the Jaxjox dumbbells themselves, which I won't be showing much in this video. So if you want sort of an in-depth unboxing and setup to show you exactly what you get in a Jaxjox Dumbbell Connect box and how to set up the weights themselves, then I will leave a card up at the top of the video where you can view that. So Jaxjox are the first ever digital dumbbell available. So the difference between Jaxjox and your typical adjustable dumbbell is that usually on adjustable dumbbells they have a dial on the side of the dumbbells where you slot it into a base and you turn the dial in order to clip on the extra weight plates for the adjustable dumbbells. The difference between Jaxjox is that it does it all digitally. So you slot the dumbbell, which I will show you here. So this is the Jaxjox dumbbell itself. This slots into the base of the Jaxjox Dumbbell Connect, and it slots between little weight plates that look like this. So they're just thin. I think these are 1.3 kilos. So obviously you have one of these each side. And you have a LCD screen which basically tells you what the weight of the dumbbell is currently, and then you're able to press a plus and a minus button in order to quickly change your weight of your dumbbell. So I think the time it takes for you to swap the weight is about 3 seconds. If you were going from the bottom end of the dumbbell, which is 3.6 kilos, up to the highest weight available on the Jaxjox dumbbell, which is 22.6 kilos, it is going to take a little bit longer than 3 seconds, but still not a huge amount of time. One of the reasons why we initially got we were looking for an adjustable dumbbell is because we have a home gym. So we don't have a lot of space. We converted our conservatory into a home gym space for us to use. And we did that during lockdown, so we were looking for a way to sort of space save, and rather than buying individual pairs of dumbbells that we would have to try and fit somewhere on a rack, we wanted a way to have all of the weights that we wanted in an adjustable dumbbell. And Jaxjox was one of the brands, the companies that came up when we were searching for them, and we're quite big on our techie things anyway. We get drawn in by stuff like that. And the whole being able to change your weights with the press of a button and it being really quickly just really appealed to us. So this is the route that we ended up going down. So if you will have seen in my initial setup video, you basically slot the dumbbell, this dumbbell here, into the base, and you're able to click the plus and minus button to go between weights. So it goes up in 2.6 kilo increments from 3.6 to 22.6. So I do a lot of tone and sculpt workouts with the app. So there are a lot of circuit based workouts, and there's normal workouts where it has quite a short period of time which you have your rest. And I was finding with the old way of doing or using dumbbells, which I'll show you, I was using these little bars which you basically clip metal plates onto, and then you have to put a sort of barbell clip on the end. And I was finding that when I was using this way, I was eating into my rest period to the point where I was faffing about so much trying to swap between the individual weights on the end of this bar that I had gone through my whole rest period without actually taking a rest, because I was too busy swapping weight plates on these. The difference now is that I can literally do an exercise, I can put the dumbbell back on the rack, and I can swap my weights within about 3 seconds, and it's just literally as simple as that. They're so easy to use, so easy to set up, and they look great as well in our home gym. So I'll just talk you through the actual dumbbell itself. So this is what the dumbbell looks like. And it's got the metal hand grip in the middle. It's got like almost engraved like crisscross details on the actual middle part itself. and the thickness of the bar is not uncomfortable to hold at all. The grip on it is absolutely fine. It's a good job they put the sort of engraving on the middle of the bar, because obviously with it being metal and you're getting sweaty and things like that, you want to be able to have a sturdy grip on your weight. So it's a really nice handle to hold. The outside part, I don't know what exactly it's made of, but the only way I can explain it is that it's like a high quality plastic basically. So they're not as durable as your typical dumbbells. They're not a dumbbell that you can throw around your home gym. You do have to take care of them, because obviously they have a little sort of chip sensor on the bottom, so you don't want to be throwing it about and damaging the chip or the prongs, so you do have to be careful when you sort of put it back in the rack as well. But I've had no issues with it not connecting or anything like that. I just have to make sure that I take a bit more care with making sure that I don't damage the sort of chips on the bottom. But other than that, it's been a really good dumbbell to use. As you can see, it's got the sort of indentation on the dumbbell, which is what the other little weight plates sit into. This is what the weight plates look like. So these are 1.3 kilos each, because the dumbbell goes up in 2.6 kilo increments, and you'll have one of these each side. So these just will slot into the sort of side of the dumbbell, and then as you have more, they'll all sort of slot into each other. And then the sort of mechanism in the middle will expand outwards in order to grip onto the rest of the weight plates, depending on what weight you select. So overall, it's just a really good product to use. It's been something that we've got a lot of use out of with us having a home gym. We set up our home gym initially in lockdown, because obviously we wouldn't have had gyms available to go to, and we just had the space in our own home in order to set one up. And it was just a no-brainer to sort of get an adjustable dumbbell with the space that we had, and this has been a really good investment. So Jaxjox are currently priced at $499, so about £500, which might seem quite steep for a set of adjustable dumbbells. When I look at sort of comparisons with other adjustable dumbbells out there, sort of none of them are digital at the moment, at least not from what I've seen, and not in the UK. The UK market for adjustable dumbbells is not as good as it is in the US either, so there's not as much choice as you would have in the US. And the prices of the adjustable dumbbells that I've seen online are usually priced individually, and they're not too far off what Jaxjox is, and Jaxjox is digital. When I compare them to sort of having to buy individual pairs of dumbbells equivalent to what you would get in Jaxjox, so I'm just going to have a look at what exactly it does up to. So obviously with the Dumbbell Connect, you replace an entire rack of dumbbells and you get 45.3 kilos of weight between the two dumbbells. And I am just trying to find the actual weights that it has. So it says that it's got 3.6, then the next one is 6.3, then 9.07, 11.8, 14.5, 17.2, 19.9 and 22.2. 22.6, sorry. So that is sort of the weight increments that it goes up in. And when I priced up those specific weights in a set of durable, and I wasn't going to go for the sort of lower end of the spectrum when it came to dumbbells. I wanted something that was quite durable and nice to look at. And when I looked at sort of fairly decent priced dumbbells that were good brands, it wasn't coming that far off in price. So yeah, it just seemed like a no-brainer to go for the adjustable dumbbells. In terms of the app, I haven't used the app that much at all. It's just not something that I have had the need to use. They do have a sort of like interactive training thing where you can schedule classes and trainers and things like that within the Jaxjox app. That is not something that I've personally got any use out of. I didn't really want to have to pay an extra subscription fee on top of the £500 that I'd already paid for the dumbbells. So I haven't had the chance to really use that. If I do in the future use the sort of 30-day trial that they have on offer, then I'll let you know. But like I said, I tend to use Tone and Sculpt for my workouts, so I didn't need an extra subscription to have, so I haven't had any use out of that. In terms of the use of the app, with regards to connecting your dumbbells to it, and if you just wanted to track your reps and your weight and stuff like that within the app, then that is super simple to use. It's super simple to connect. So I will sort of go over to a clip where I show you the initial setup of the dumbbells and how to connect it to the app, and I will show you how it sort of tracks the reps and things like that from the app. Okay, so as you see, I have the dumbbells set up on the floor in the corner here, and you'll see the kettlebell in the corner. So I'm going to have a little screenshot in the right hand side of the video where I'm going to show you how easy it is to connect your dumbbells to the app itself. So as I said, I haven't really used the app much, but it is super easy to set up. So this is, if you go to the For You down the bottom, that is your sort of home page. If you go and click on the top right where it's got your sort of profile initials, and you go to My Devices, you will be able to see a screen that shows Add a New Device. So if you click the plus, it will then search for new devices that are available nearby, and you will see that it's picked up 2 devices found. It's clicked up both of the dumbbells. It would be nice on the app if it showed both of the dumbbells as one rather than it being 2 individual ones, but it's not too much of an issue. Then you can click the tick to say that it's found the 2. You'll see the 2 on the screen that show up individually, and they've both got ticks next to them, so you can click the next button. That will then connect the dumbbells themselves to the app, and you'll see that it's turned up as a blue tick now. So then you can click the next button again, and they are connected. That means that when you sort of want to do a workout, if you want to track a workout, then you can go to the home page again on your app, and if you click the device button down at the bottom right, then you'll see that you've got all the different products that Jaxjox do, and you can do start workout. So on this, it basically has a timer of how long your workout has been, and then at the bottom it's got the reps, the sets, the pounds and the calories, and then you can also connect a heart rate monitor, and it gives you your average power as well. So if you were to go through a workout, like I said, I haven't tried this, but I have seen examples of this working, and apparently it works really well. So when you've come to the end of your workout, you can just click the end workout. You can switch the weight. I've just switched it there to 6.4, and that is ready. Again, if I swap from 6.4 to 9.1, that is ready. Again, 9.1 to 11.8, and it's ready. 14.5, and it's ready. So super quick to use. 17.2, and that's ready. And then 20, and 22.7. So this is going to be very heavy for me because I haven't used the dumbbell on the highest weight, but as you will see when I lift it out, all of the sort of weights come off the dumbbell itself and off the rack, and when you're ready to sort of put it back, if you're not going to use it anymore, you literally just slot it back into the rack. It will beep to tell you that the dumbbell has been situated back into the rack, and then you can go on and change your weight again. So if I want to go to the lowest weight available, I can just press the plus button and it will cycle round to 3.6. So it does take a bit longer, but it's probably about 5 seconds, so super quick to use, and like I said, the app seems to be tracking everything as well. Okay, so like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail about the app itself, purely because I haven't used it that much. I don't track any of my workouts in there. I purely use the dumbbells for just the sort of buttons and to swap between the weights on the base itself. I don't use the app to track. So if you do want more information on how the app works and how it tracks workouts and more about the sort of subscription service that they do with the trainers and the sort of set workouts and programs that they do, then definitely check them out on YouTube. If at some point I do decide to give it a whirl, there is sort of a 30-day trial and I might use that at some point, but for this video I'm not going to be sort of talking about the app. And I don't want to sort of criticise anything on there because I haven't had sort of fair chance to use it. So it would be unfair for me to sort of talk about things in the app without me knowing properly about it. Okay, I am coming to you mid-edit because I forgot an important detail during my review clips that I was doing. And that is that obviously you will see on the LCD clips that I've put for the dumbbell bases that obviously it's got the battery, it's got little battery bars for the base of the dumbbell and the actual dumbbell itself. So I'll put arrows sort of pointing to which one is which. Despite the fact that the dumbbells are digital, that doesn't mean that you can't take them outside or in your car and travel with them to use at another location and things like that, because it has a battery in both the dumbbell and the base. So you're able to sort of take it outside. If you wanted to do your work outside, you can take both the base and the dumbbell outside and you'll still get the functionality of using the digital part of the dumbbells. And you can also transport it in your car if you wanted to take it to like a park to do a sort of circuit workout with some friends and things like that. You can take the base and the dumbbell fully charged and you'll be able to still use that digital part of the dumbbell. So I think that's quite a nifty feature. So you're still getting like an adjustable dumbbell that you can use basically anywhere. So I thought that was quite a good feature. So yeah, the one criticism, or there's a couple of criticisms I have about the dumbbell. One of them is that sometimes you have to be careful about placing the dumbbell back in the rack, because sometimes the plates that it slots onto doesn't slot in properly and you sort of have to push the plates on the base sort of further in order to be able to slot the dumbbell in. That is just something that's happened with mine. It's not been all the time, it's been only a handful of times, but it's just something that I've noticed and picked up on. So sometimes it can not slot back in the base properly and you just have to give the outer plates a bit of a wiggle in order to slot the dumbbell back in. The other would be that I wish they came on like proper stands, because when you're sort of picking up higher weights with the dumbbells, it would be nice to sort of have them at waist height or something like that, so you're not bending down having to pick the weights up from the floor. So it would be nice if in the future Jaxjox decided to do a stand that you could slot the dumbbell bases into, so that you could have them at a better height basically. I know with the interactive studio that they've got coming out, they do have the interactive studio with the dumbbells at a better height. So yeah, it would be nice in future to sort of see them have a product that you can maybe buy as extra if you want to have the dumbbells at a different height. I would definitely buy that. But other than that, I've not really had many issues with the dumbbells themselves. I've not had any issues at all with it not selecting the right weight, with it selecting the wrong weight and things like that. It swaps really easily. You can change the setting on the LCD itself, which I mentioned in my setup video, where you can change it from pounds to kilos depending on your preference. Obviously depending on the country and the sort of measurements you use in your country, you may decide you want to use pounds or kilos, so it's completely up to you which ones you use. But yeah, overall, in my opinion, it's a really great product and I've got loads of use out of it and will continue to get loads of use out of it. I hope that it continues to be a durable product going forward. Obviously, because it's an electrical product, there is a chance that things could go wrong with it, like software bugs and things like that. the actual electronics in the dumbbells or the bases could go, and obviously that is a whole different ball game when it comes to sort of returns and repairs and things like that, and how I would deal with that. But hopefully I don't have any of those issues and haven't come across any sort of issues whatsoever so far. So it is a really nice bit of kit, and it looks really nice, and yeah, that is just a really durable, sturdy piece of kit. Like I said, you can't go throwing it around your gym because it's just not that sort of product, but sort of for like home gym use and for working out in the comfort of your own home, I think it's really great and a really great space saver. So if you are interested, I'll leave all the links to the Dumbbell Connect down below if you're interested in having a look. But otherwise, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, or you have any extra questions, then do feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer those. But I'm going to wrap up the video here. So if you liked the video, if you found it helpful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can always click the notification bell down below and you'll be notified of when my videos go live. If you are also interested in the Jaxjox Kettlebell Connect review, then keep an eye out for that. I'll have that going out within the next week or two. In the lead up to Christmas, so keep an eye out for that. But other than that, I hope you're all staying safe and well. I hope you all have a good weekend, whenever it is that you're watching this, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye.